Hi, my name is Chaplain Gerard Dols. I would like to share with you about my involvement with Harvey Milk. But first I want to say this. I would not have done this, share this, because I'm a very, very private person. Because a year and a half ago, in 2008, November 26th, the movie Milk came out. The screenwriter who wrote the movie his name is Dustin Lance Black. But at first I want to tell you how I met Harvey Milk. I am a disabled person. And in 1977, on December 12th, I went to my father's supper club to get dinner. And at getting dinner, I saw a magazine called People Magazine from one of the waitresses. In the magazine, there was an article about a couple from West Hollywood, California, who was a professor at Cal University. His name was Don Amador. I asked the waitress if I could take the magazine home, went home, and I went and called Don Amador in West Hollywood, because I was a struggling teenager, homosexual, looking for a new life, thinking that was going to be my new life. But anyway, Don Amador came on the phone. I said, "Are you the man in the magazine?" He said, "Yes." I told him, "I'm disabled. I need to run away from home. Could you please help me?" Don Amador said, "We're not a very open community, but we have a friend who just flew in from San Francisco. His name is Harvey Milk. He was the first gay elected official in San Francisco for city commissioner." So anyway, Harvey came on the phone. We started talking for about an hour. To make the story short, he said, "When you turn 18 in September, like you said, you're going to be 18 in 78, September 8th, why don't you come and Jack and I, his partner, we will help you." So anyway, I was really excited, and during the whole summer we talked. And then 10 days before my 18th birthday, I called Harvey and Jack to let them know that I was coming by airplane and give them my flight number. Well, Jack answered the phone. And, Jack, I never really talked to Jack at all, first time. And he said, "Why are you coming here?" And I said, "Well, because you guys are going to help me." Well, Jack was very disturbed, and he said, "I think you're coming to take Harvey away from me." Now remember, I'm 17 years old. Don't even have a concept about how to take somebody away from someone. I'm a struggling teenager looking for help. Anyway, we argued, and he kept saying, "You're trying to take Harvey away from me." And this is like 10 days before my birthday, August of 78. He decided to keep arguing, so I said, "Well, I'm going to call Ann, the secretary, tomorrow, and give her and the secretary my flight number." So I hanged up on him, and he hanged up on me. Anyway, the next day I called Ann, the secretary, to give Harvey and Jack my flight number to Ann, the secretary. Ann said, "You can't come now." And I said, "Well, why can't I come?" Ann said, "Jack committed suicide last night." And I was so distraught and so devastated because I talked to Jack last night. Remember, I'm 17 years old. Never experienced anyone committing suicide. So anyway, I said, "Well, what time did this happen?" Because I called at 8 o'clock my time, and it was 6 o'clock their time. Well, Ann said Harvey got home about 6:30, quarter to 7, and found Jack committed suicide. Well, I talked to him at 6. So I'm pretty sure that I was the last person that Jack talked to me last. I was devastated. Anyway, so I told Ann that I would go to Don Amador in Los Angeles and stay with him until maybe Christmas time of 78 and move in with and be with Harvey. Well, anyway, November 27, 1978, while I was in Los Angeles, Harvey Milk was gunned down by Dan White, who murdered Harvey Milk and Mayor Moscone. I was very devastated. During that time, all my gay friends deserted me and left, and deserted me, all my gay friends. And I've decided, I was very sad and I was very depressed because all my gay friends deserted me. And I realized at that time I wanted something better than what I had. Well, I was so miserable for the next 4 months that I even felt suicidal because my idol was gone. And then I was invited to a Jews for Jesus service in Beverly Hills, California. So I was living in Hollywood. And I went to this Jews for Jesus, and I found that they had something that I wanted. They had peace, and they had joy and love. And I sure wasn't getting that from the gay community. And they said that God had a better plan for my life than living the gay lifestyle, because I told them I'm gay. And they said that God has a better plan for you. Well, that night I accepted Jesus as my Savior. I invited him into my heart. And I tell you, my life was changed. I knew Jesus came into my heart, and he made me a brand new person inside. So I got born again, and I'm the happiest person. I'm still the happiest person after 31 years. So anyway, kept my life a secret for all these years, living a Christian life, gave up the homosexual lifestyle, and it wasn't until 2008 when the movie Milk came out, and Dustin Lance Black, who is a screenwriter, decided to take the book. Now remember, there was a book that was written about Harvey Milk about a year or two after his murder. Randy Schultz wrote a book called The Mayor of Castle Street, The Life of Harvey Milk. And he put my story about the boy from Richmond, Minnesota in the book. Well, that came out in the early 80s, the book. And then there was a documentary. And even in the documentary movie, Harvey did a speech about the boy from Richmond, Minnesota. Anyway, Dustin Lance Black, who's a screenwriter for the movie called Milk, decided to put my story in the movie. Now, there was two scenes in the movie. The first scene did not happen that way. I met Harvey Milk through Don Amador. The second scene in the movie comes from the book that Randy Schultz, who wrote it, but he passed away with AIDS in the early 1990s. Anyway, the second scene is from the party, the No 16 party in Los Angeles, where I was with Don Amador. And we told him, Harvey, that he has the No 16 won in LA County. Anyway, that's from the book, and that was in this movie. Well, Dustin Lance Black, after he found out that I wasn't dead and I was alive, decided to tell people that I was a made-up character. And I am not a made-up character because, like I said, the second scene comes from the book. Well, he has denied me because he found out that I am not living the gay life any longer. I've chose to leave that life because God had a better plan for my life. And anyway, he denied me. In fact, in the Academy Awards speech, when he won for screenplay, best screenplay, he said there's struggling teenagers who are in churches where they're being condemned. Well, because he knew I lived that lifestyle, I think he was talking to me about it. Talking to me. I was never condemned. They never condemned me to hell. They showed me that God had a better plan for my life. Anyway, I am the boy from Minnesota. I want to say this to the gay militant groups. They want me to tolerate their life, but they won't tolerate my decision to leave the gay lifestyle. They chose to I had two threats where my life was threatened because I came out. But remember, I didn't come out. It was because the movie came out and they were trying to find me. The local media in Minnesota wanted to find out who I was. And it was the media that came after me. I never would have done this. But anyway, I wish the gay community would tolerate my decision to leave the lifestyle. But they won't tolerate, they won't tolerate me. But they want me to tolerate them. That's a double standard to me. I am not a threat to you. If you want to live the gay lifestyle, that's your right to. But I've chosen to leave the gay life because I found that God had a better plan for me. And I am the happiest person in the world. So please, if you have never met Jesus Christ and you are miserable of living the gay life, accept Jesus Christ into your heart. Say, Jesus, I'm a sinner. I need a Savior. Come into my heart. Be my Lord and Savior. And you watch what he does. He did it for me. He can do it for you. Thank you. Thank you very much. And give him a chance. He will show you he is the way and the truth. Thank you so much.